What is up, guys? My name is BobaTalks and welcome to Star Wars The Last Jedi video. Now, quite a few have been asking for more Star Wars videos, and it's always been a plan to integrate more into this channel, and today's video is more of a quick-ish discussion video because The Last Jedi, or should I say Disney, have put out a couple more trailers, sure, with some of the same old stuff in it, and just all those clips, but there was a couple of diamond pieces that I really want to talk about and get a discussion going in the comment section for all the Star Wars fans watching this video. Now, I'm about to play a couple of these clips, and then we're going to break it down and speculate and theorize. Now, if you're worried about spoilers, I would say it's okay, because Disney wouldn't put this out unless they were happy with you, the viewer or the audience, seeing it and not giving too much away. So if you want to go into this film with absolutely no freaking idea of absolutely anything, but I'll reiterate it again, they wouldn't have put this in there unless they, you know, if they were worried about your whole experience getting spoiled. But let's go ahead and watch a couple of these trailers. I'm not going to play the whole thing, I'm just going to play a couple of scenes before the scene that I really want to dig into. Now, in this clip, we see Rey seemingly force pull the lightsaber, who I assume off Kylo Ren, because I don't see where else, or why else his lightsaber would be anywhere else but on him. And then she ignites it, and I have to say, that is one of the most badass clips or teasers I have seen for this whole movie, and I really didn't expect that. I remember watching this around my friend's house a couple of days ago, and I was kind of just speechless when I saw it. So what do I think could be behind this? I think it's one of two things. Now, obviously, I think Rey force pulls the lightsaber, and this is all in Snoke's throne room. So this is when Rey is, you know, left Luke Skywalker for whatever reason. They've gone their own ways, and she is in Snoke's throne room because we've seen in other trailers Snoke using the Force to, what I assume, mind interrogate her or look into her mind, much like I guess Kylo Ren did to Poe and attempted to with Rey. I'm guessing it's a more brutal form of that. Now, obviously, it's all up in the air at the minute as to how or why Rey is even on Snoke's ship, or, you know, even in his presence, and it is quite worrying that that is even the case. Now, I've got a feeling that this could be before the clip where we see her getting interrogated, and we also got another sort of slightly newer version of that clip of us actually hearing Rey screaming, and I'll play that now as well. I have to say, all of this is making me so hyped. So I've played the two clips I wanted to play in this video. So I'm not sure if this is before she gets interrogated when she pulls the lightsaber off Kylo Ren. I'm not sure how much of a draining experience that is going to be for Rey. Obviously, it looks absolutely horrible, or, you know, a horrible thing to go through with her screaming like that. So would she then force pull the lightsaber and then rebel against Snoke and potentially Kylo Ren after she's been interrogated? Or is this lightsaber stunt where she force pulls it in the first clip I showed in today's video? Is that actually set before she gets interrogated? Now, my theory is that she could be force pulling Kylo Ren's lightsaber in an obvious attempt to, like, you know, go against Snoke, go against the guards, because we see them react as well. But what I really am thinking is Kylo Ren in on it as well. Did he let her force pull the lightsaber? Because the whole question with Kylo Ren for the longest time as well is he redeemable? Is he going to go against Snoke? As much as I like this idea, I've never been sure, because I don't know how he could ever be redeemed, even if he tries to do good things, which could very well happen after killing his father. I just don't know if he can ever be fully redeemed. But at the same time, Anakin Skywalker technically was after slaughtering loads of younglings, so there's that, I guess. But much like the evil Dark Lords of the Sith in terms of Sidious or Emperor Palpatine, he threw Vader aside as soon as a shiny new opportunity arose. So Luke Skywalker, he was ready to throw Vader out in order to recruit a new, more powerful version. So he wanted, you know, Luke Skywalker to kill Darth Vader, and I don't have to explain that to any of you guys, I'm sure. But I think the same thing is going to happen, potentially, with Kylo and Rey. Snoke has had Kylo for quite a few years now. He was manipulating him ever since he was quite younger, and that's how he kind of fell to the dark side, or for what we know at least, in terms of Kylo Ren's backstory. But what we know is Rey is probably and most likely more powerful than Kylo Ren, and I've got a feeling Kylo will realize in this film at some point, maybe it might be towards the very end, but that Snoke is kind of like the Emperor or any cliche person behind him and will flick him off to the side for the new opportunity that is Rey. So could it be a possibility in this scene that she force pulls Kylo Ren's lightsaber? He might be surprised at that, he might not be, but at the same time, he might also let it happen and might not try to stop her. He might even join her and maybe fighting against Snoke, and they might escape together. This is all a very interesting thing, and it's completely speculative. Obviously, I don't know any spoilers of the film, and nor obviously do I want to know any, but I think this could be a strong possibility. We also see Kylo in all the other trailers as well. He's looking at the helmet that he wore in The Force Awakens, and, you know, assumingly way before The Force Awakens as well, and he just forces it through the wall, and I'm just wondering if he really isn't liking who he is, and obviously we know from J.J. Abrams as well that he does feel regret after killing his father. It didn't plunge him into darkness like he kind of wanted it to. This is the thing about Kylo Ren. He's getting pulled by the light as much as he is the darkness, so he's just so conflicted, and so will Rey in this film. But this is why I'm thinking these two have more in common than what we could have ever thought, and they might find an alliance between each other. And that's also kind of been teased in the trailer, but that could be a misdirect, where we saw Kylo putting out his hand for Rey to join him. But who knows, even that scene could actually be a true scene, and that could be after they've escaped Snoke's ship, and, you know, she's like, I need somebody to show me my way in all of this, and he might be like, you know what, let's figure this out together. But I think that is more in the point of misdirect, because I think they wouldn't have put that straight in the trailer to make it so obvious that Kylo and Rey are gonna, you know, kind of confide and join forces together. Now, I don't think Rey is going to go evil. I really, really hope not, at least. But I think that would be kind of a bit predictable. I think it's not going to be necessarily a proper light or darkness thing anymore in Star Wars. And it's going to be more about morality, if that makes sense. More about doing good things. I've always been more about the Force as well, in terms of what Luke Skywalker used in Return of the Jedi as well. You know, you can use dark Force powers like Force Grip, and it doesn't mean you're a dark side Force user or a dark person. It just means you're using the Force, and that is also a big theory about The Last Jedi and the way they're going with all this as well, is that potentially the balance isn't just being all good or just Jedi, and that's why the Jedi might have to end, but it's just being somewhere in between. You know, you don't have to be strict, and I always agree as well, the old Jedi Order, like the Republic that fell before A New Hope, was a very stubborn way of being a Jedi, and I prefer the much more expanded universe anyway, in terms of how you can get married, in terms of how you can use Force powers, in terms of how you can join up to be a Jedi at any age. But I suppose they're doing that in this film anyway. But yeah, I suppose that is all there is to this video, guys. I just wanted to go over this. I wanted to put these ideas out to you, unless you haven't already thought of them yourself. Is Rey force pulling Kylo Ren's lightsaber to his own knowledge and letting it happen? Will they fight together? And is this scene where she force pulls Kylo Ren's lightsaber actually before the interrogation scene where Snoke is looking into her mind, for all we know? Will Kylo Ren realize that he's actually not the important one in Snoke's eyes, and if anything, he's being tossed aside and has been manipulated this whole time, and she, you know, he just wants Rey now, Snoke, that is, and so he might think, you know what, screw this, I'm leaving and I'm gonna help Rey. Who knows? But I'd love to know your thoughts about this, guys, so let me know all your theories in regards to these two clips I showed in this video in the comment section down below. Just let's speculate the heck out of this film before it comes out this week, and you can be sure to count on my review this week. I am seeing it at midnight. I will not be able to film a review then, but you can be sure as hell that review will be up the next day, and there will be so much more Star Wars content from here on out, with so many theories and speculations about where we're going next in this Star Wars journey for episode 9. So be sure to subscribe below if you're new to this channel, and please leave a like on this video if you did end up enjoying it. If you want to stay a little bit more up to date with me personally, you can do so by following me on social media. The link should be popping up on the screen around here or in the description below. I also now have a Patreon. I just want to say thank you to every single one of my patrons. I really, really appreciate the support, and if you want to go the extra mile and support the channel like these guys did, then be sure to check out the link in the description and check out the tiers and see if you want to pledge to support this channel. So I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.